Hi, I'm Rich Bevins.
And I'm Casey Evans.
Today we're going to do the video demo of the proximity voltage indicator, model number PSC 4033737. Now, the best safe method is to test your units before and after use. And if there's a known source available, that's great, and sometimes there isn't. So we offer a field tester, a PSC 4033582. It operates on a 9-volt battery, and we're going to demonstrate it now.
So to use the field tester, we basically will need to plug the connector from the tester into the jack on the proximity unit, and then we'll take the clip from the tester and set it against the input sensor of the proximity unit, and this will cause it to basically simulate a reading. And we'll basically see on the front, let me just go ahead and flip it around here. We'll see voltage on one of the ranges. So I'm going to set this up here and power the unit on.
Now, the reason that we use a 9-volt battery is because a 9-volt battery doesn't have enough energy source to push any breaks that might be in the unit.
And as you can see on the front of the unit, we've got a 15 kV indication, which is just as it should be. An operable unit will indicate voltage when connected to the external tester.
And if you see a low reading, that could mean two things. First of all, it should be that the tester battery, which again is a 9-volt battery, could be low, or the batteries in the unit, which are AA's, but it has an indication that the batteries are low. So there are two things that could be going on if you do see a low reading. You should check your batteries.
Our power LED, this green one here, will begin to flash on the proximity unit if the batteries are getting low.
All right, Casey, now that we've tested, let's take them through what they're going to see on the dial face and what those indications mean.
So basically, the way the proximity indicator works is our input sensor is brought in close proximity to an energized conductor. The closer it is brought in, the higher the indication we'll see on screen. So basically, we tried to select voltage ranges or voltage classes that are commonplace out in the world. For example, we have our 600 volt LED, 4 kV, 15, 25, 35, and so forth, all the way up to 500 kV. So if you say, for example, our 15 kV light is blinking at us and we're taking a voltage measurement, you can refer to the instruction manual supplied with each unit for a chart of that range broken down. So I happen to know that 15 kV is from 6.6 kV to 17 kV. So any voltage in between 6.6 and 17 will display the 15 kV light. So it just allows the user a little bit more explanation of just what those ranges or those classes are telling them.
Very good. And of course, we're reading phase to phase. Now, if you see two lights on at once, that means you're just in between the classes of voltages. Again, refer to the instruction manual for what everything means.
Yes.
Proximity was designed from capacitive test point to 500 kV, phase to phase. Let's take them through the sequence to power up.
So to turn this unit on, we have designed in a single button interface in the front that's easy to use even if wearing rubber gloves. And basically what you want to do is just press and hold the power switch until the audible beep is heard. At that point, the unit's going to go into self-test mode, and it's going to test each of the ranges and each of the LEDs from the bottom to the top in ascending order. So I'll just do that for you right quick. Press and hold. There's the beep, so let out. And the self-test is completed, and we've seen that each of the LED ranges is functioning. And at this point, we can go ahead and adjust the volume level by turning this wiper right on front of the speaker. And basically, as you expose more of the speaker, the audible chirp is louder and louder, and then you can, of course, shut it all the way down. Now, it is 108 decibels at full on. So if it's a windy day or it's pretty high up the hot stick, then you can definitely hear it. So at this point, self-test is complete.
Excellent.
And ready to go to the next step.
Alrighty. All right, let's take them through the battery replacement, which is located in the back here, held by 2 Phillips screws. Casey's going to demonstrate just picking them out. They will be secured by the gasket and a wire, so you want to be careful when you pull it out. There's 2 AA lithium batteries. However, you can use whatever AA battery you have on hand. The lithium is just a longer life and actually lighter. So when you pull it out, replace your batteries, put them back in, be very careful not to pinch the wire, tighten the screws back down, and then very important, retest the unit, do the power up, let it go through and come back, make sure that it's operating fully. And if you have a field tester, I would recommend using that as well, or a known voltage. Now, a unique feature that we built into the proximity tester is a user-defined range. And we're going to go through how you get to that feature.
So from the off position, what we would basically need to do is press and hold the power button just like turning it on, but we need to hold the power button down even longer. So after the initial beep of the audible alarm, we'll see the LEDs begin to illuminate slowly. And once the target range is achieved, basically this allows the user to disable the audible alarm and the LED ranges below that level. So for example, if we stopped at 25 kV, then everything 25 kV and below will be disabled, with the exception of our sense light. So the sense light here in the middle is flashing all the time the unit's powered on, whether in this advanced mode or not. And when the sense light does indicate voltage, it goes solid. So we did not want to completely disable everything at the lower end. So to demonstrate that now, I'm just going to press and hold the power button. There's the initial beep, and I'm continuing to hold the button. We're going to let the LED slowly climb to 25 and let out. So then it completed its normal boot up sequence and self-test, and now it's in the advanced range mode, and it will not display the LED or the audible alarm on any voltage below 25 kV, with the exception of the sense light, as I mentioned. So,
which is always working.
Yeah, the sense light, we cannot disable it. We also cannot disable 500 kV on the high side. So if you were to allow the LED to climb all the way to the top, you can't disable 500 kV. Sort of a built-in safety feature there.
All right.
And to remove the unit from this advanced mode, simply power it down and back up. It will always default to standard run mode.
And the same applies to the auto off. If it goes to sleep per se, then it will always default into the regular mode. Now, the user-defined range was basically designed so that in a circumstance like a substation where you get out and the unit is sensing because the field's so great, you can disable those things below the desired voltage. Now that we're ready to use everything, we're tested, you want to get your appropriate length hot stick or grip ball, whatever the mat is. Universal head, screws it on tight, and now you're ready to use it. If you need to put it at different angles, you may do so. 90 degrees is perfect. And for low voltage, you want to be close, 4 to 6 inches, and on high voltage, you can be a foot to 18. So just make sure that your volume is where you want it, high or low. I would recommend full blast at 35 feet, and I would recommend closing it down when in a cabinet situation. Now the proximity comes in a nice carrying bag that has a hook on the back so that you can hang it inside or leave it on the outside. We also introduced QR codes so that you can take your smart device, scan it, it'll take you to our web page for that model. It will ask you 4 questions. Do you need a video manual, which we're doing now, or do you need a written instructions, or do you need repair, or do you need help and assistance? We've also incorporated a quick reference guide on the back. So this will give you the clues to power up, power down, and use your user define in case you don't have the manual in the field with you. Speaking of the manual, it also has the QR code down here on the model. These are also made out of polyester, so they won't rip or tear, or fluids will not hurt them. It's all in color with all the appropriate warning signs, and comes with inside the bag. All right, Casey, let's recap. Universal head for your appropriate length hot stick. We have our volume control, our self power button, user defined field as well. This is our sensing probe here, battery drawer, field tester. We also have auto off, which is about 15 minutes or less. And as always with our products, we have
we offer the 1-year warranty, protects the thing fully against manufacturer's defects, parts, and labor, as with the rest of our products.
yeah, and you can find our information inside the manual as well, or you can visit our website, www.bevinsco.com, and or you can see your local Hubble distributor to purchase this item and any of our other fine products. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.